in trouble. Oh my God.
Adult conversation.
Start talking to somebody. Everybody is not gonna connect with you. Just because you like somebody does not mean
They gonna like
that
you.
they gonna like you, and that's okay.
That was a statement, though. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Okay. Everybody.
I like that right there. Tell me.
You feel me? I need your dick to be damn near as big as my shot.
Listen, I don't give a goddamn what people say. Ain't nothing like a black man. A big old black man.
Like, you need that love in your life, because evidently you ain't never experienced that. But I'm not gonna stop being who I am because you used to fuck up. You know what? It's almost like mental edging, if you think about it.
Listen, because once we break, all I gotta do is pray that we don't break nothing in the house. Because baby, it's going down.
But never scripted. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
What's going on? What's cracking? What's popping? Welcome in. Hey, Jameer.
Hey, girl. Hey, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome in.
Happy Juneteenth.
Yes, ma'am.
Blackity black and blackity black as fucking black day as you can be today. Please and thank you. Make sure y'all go out there and make sure y'all celebrate or support, some black owned businesses today. Please, every day, really, but today for real.
Yes, please.
You got two that you can choose from right here if you so choose.
Right over up here. And we both running sales right now. So run that up.
Absolutely. June 20, get you 20% off on my website. I can be like Kay one day and just have it so that the discount automatically applies. I don't be thinking about it.
You know what? I found a few months ago. Bad. Don't feel
bad. You breaking up a little bit over there, sis.
I found a button on my website. I said, or people couldn't spell, and it's just it was just too much. It's too much. So yeah, I have found the button.
You found the button. I'm gonna have to find the button too. I don't know if it was just my side or not, but you were breaking up just a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know if it was just on me. It might have just been on me. I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. We're gonna keep it wrong. Say something. It was breaking up. Okay. Yeah, you're breaking up. So you froze all the way together now. Does her thing say the cuddle buddy? Do y'all know I just paid attention to it? I just paid attention.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. But your screen is frozen. We having technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Y'all know how technology be. But welcome in. Make sure y'all share this out. Tell a friend to come on in. We got a good one for y'all today. Say something. Yep. You in there like swimwear, baby. In there like a thong in a booty crack. That's what I'm talking about. Let go. Whatever, smell good.
Make sure y'all hit that like button for us too. Thank you very much.
Please like, share, subscribe, all the good things.
Mm-hmm.
But we got an interesting one for you today.
It do.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a Reddit story, and it's entitled excuse me, Jesus, be offense. That's not what it's titled. It is titled His Girlfriend Called Me. So I'm gonna read it and we'll make sure to include the link in the description box and everything down below. So it says, I was seeing someone for about 3.5 months, had no idea he had a girlfriend for 2+ years. On his birthday night, he told his girlfriend about me and gave her my phone number. She called me to ask details. We never really established what we were, so I told her the truth as much as I could. According to her, I was just a hookup to him and it meant nothing. They are staying together because they have a business together. I wouldn't get back with him anyway. I hate liars and bad actors. I know I have it the easiest of the three people in the situation. They're stuck in a relationship together and I'm free. But I'm having a really hard time focusing on anything but this. Had this has this happened to you? How did you move forward? How long did it take? What was your experience? What advice would you give to your younger self? Tough love is welcome, but please be kind. I'm hurting a lot right
Woo! Might as well start at the top. First of all, I understand that
now.
she
Happy
said
Juneteenth.
uh that nothing was established, but y'all pretty much have had this situation now for almost what 4 months, which means that
She
I'm
said three
pretty
and a half.
sure I'm pretty sure that y'all been wah blah 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 bam boom. I'm pretty sure. And then
That's a
I just
possibility.
want to kind of know the backstory of why he ended up telling his
Telling the
girlfriend,
girlfriend.
or
That's
did he
my
get
first
caught?
question. Right.
That's my question.
That was my question. What was like how did we get here? How 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 did we get to the point like did he just feel did she do something so amazing for him on his birthday that he was like, damn, I feel guilty, let me tell the truth.
He
Like
had to get
what
busted.
got to the point of him telling? That's what I
What would make you want to tell on your birthday? Why would you want to f up your birthday on all days? He had to get busted. He had to.
yeah, something happened. Something happened. Something happened for him to have to come clean. I just yeah. I don't know what happened to this young man on that day. But that motherfucker got caught up in some shit and he had to come clean. He had
He
no
did.
choice but to come clean.
He did.
Um so her first question was, has this ever happened to you? So I got a story. This was my sophomore year of college, I think. Yeah, so I think this was like my sophomore year of college. I
Hmm.
was talking to this guy. It dead ass had only been maybe a month or two or whatever the case may be. But I had been talking to this guy. He was an older cat. I sophomore year, I might have been 19, 18, 19. I might have actually just been 18 because I had left. What up, Bo? I had
Hey,
left.
everybody.
I went to college earlier. I left high school early.
Hmm.
So I might have just been 18, maybe going into 19. Um, but yeah, so met this cat. I don't even remember how I met the motherfucker to be righteous with you. We've been chopping it up. We kicked it a couple of times, went on like, a bookstore date and all this other stuff. I knew he had a child because he had car seat in the back of his car when he came to pick me up one time.
Okay.
Uh Funny enough, the bookstore date that we went on, his we ran into his daughter's teacher.
Ooh.
Now, right. So the teacher, when she saw me, I can't. I think he just told her what my name was, and we
Hmm.
didn't solidify anything. And it's not like we were walking hand in hand or nothing like that. Like we were still on some very much getting to know each other type shit. Um, but I remember she kind of, how you catch somebody and they be like, oh, it was one of them moments. Young me, oblivious, don't know, just child just here. Okay, just young and dumb. You hear me?
Girl.
So, a few weeks after this, I'm riding around with my homegirls and I get a text message. I think the text message from him talking about meeting up or whatever, asking me what I got going on. Next thing I know, I get a phone call
Hmm.
and it's a woman.
Oh
I look
wow.
at the phone, it's his number. I was like, hello? She was like, yeah, so how long have you been talking to such and such? I said, excuse me, man, what's going on? Like, let me know what's he. I don't, because I ain't never been one to play them games. I don't play around with that bullshit, right?
Mm-mm.
So
No,
she said, well,
ma'am.
this is his wife. I can't remember how long they had been married at this point. We've been married for
Pause.
X
Not
amount.
even a girlfriend. It was a wife.
Wife.
Ah. Okay, go ahead. Lord
Wife.
Jesus.
Full fledged wife. You hear me? And he had to been like early mid 20s. So, but this is why she told me how long they had been together. They had been together for a minute. Like they had been like high school sweethearts type shit. They had a daughter. I can't remember how old she told me the daughter was. But so she asked me, I was like, well, ma'am, I didn't know he was married. Let me go and start there. Because I don't need this type of karma coming back on me at that bad
Hell
part of my
no.
life. Okay? I apologize. I had no clue this motherfucker. Because he never wore a ring. It ain't like he had, like, you know how some people they wear rings
Then,
or what?
yeah.
No telling time.
Hell nah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like his phone ever rang off the hook. And mind you, we wasn't to the point where I was concerned about going to this motherfucking house. Like, we kicked it or
Right.
whatever. We was out somewhere. We was out at the park. We was out at the mall. We was at the bookstore. You know what I'm saying? We was outside. Child, this woman said, and this is how I know. I don't know what it is about me, but people feel very comfortable telling me their entire life story. Baby, she told me I'm talking about from how they used to be when they were happy,
Mm-hmm.
how it got to a point where he said he wasn't sexually satisfied. So she agreed to start letting him have threesomes and all this other type of stuff. She was like, I don't understand. I do everything that he want, everything that
Mm-hmm.
he asked me to do, and he still decided to cheat on me. Come to find out, it wasn't just me; it was other motherfuckers. Mind you, I was in school, but I wasn't trying to run up behind nobody. So it's not like I was keeping tab on this nigga.
Right.
So shit, nigga, whatever you do the rest of the day is whatever the fuck you do. We we wasn't solidified on no shit. I just enjoyed the time and
Right.
whatever the case may be, and kept it cute and kept it pushing. Baby, when I say about this, I said, well, ma'am, I mean, what you want? I don't know what you want me to do.
She needed a friend at that point because she done been
Baby,
through the
she
hell
needed
to
a friend.
wrangle with that man. Listen,
She'd have been through hell and high waters with that motherfucker. You
don't
hear
call
me?
me on no hey Shirley shit, baby. No.
Listen, because I didn't know what to do. My first process was absolutely not. I ain't shit do with this. No,
uh,
sorry. Like I ain't even did. I ain't deep off up in it like that.
mm-mm,
Like, child, you ain't got to worry about me again. Not never. Baby,
mm-mm.
she started wanting to add up times and dates and well, what about this day? And like I said, we hadn't been kicking it for that long, so
Right.
and then plus, my mind be holding on to information randomly. So she'll be like, well, what about this day that y'all da 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 da? And then she got to the day that he and I went to the bookstore, went to Barnes and Noble. And I said, yeah, we went to Barnes and Nobles. We ran into your daughter's teacher. She said that's why the teacher was looking crazy at me in school.
Oh.
She said I went to my daughter's school, and I can't remember if it was like a parent teacher situation or whatever, but for whatever reason, she was at school. And
Mm-hmm.
she said the teacher just kept giving her this look, and she didn't know why the teacher kept giving her the look. And she said, but this is why, because she had just seen y'all together, and she knew you wasn't me. I was like, see,
But the question is, did the teacher tell her?
mm-mm.
See, no.
The teacher
I,
didn't say a good goddamn word.
I would have been one of them slick teachers, been like, oh, I didn't know you guys had a new nanny. She's so pretty.
The nanny out without
I'm
the
like,
child, so you crazy.
did your sister come and drop her off today with your husband? Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. I would have straight snitched if I was the teacher.
Baby, teacher ain't said shit. The teacher was just looking at her crazy. And I eventually she was like, "Well, do this for me. Text him right quick." And because I don't know how she was originally texting me from his phone,
Mm-hmm.
but she no longer had the phone.
Got you.
So he was like, "Well, text him and ask him and tell him you want to meet him at such and such place, and I'm gonna be there." I was like, "Okay." Once again, I'm young. I'm just like, baby, whatever
Right.
gets you off my phone at this point. Because
So,
she was like, if I gotta go to court to the divorce court behind this, can you come testify? I said, well, ma'am.
listen,
I
what
said,
Tay
ma'am,
Bob
you
Braxton said? She said, if you not about to leave that man, that man cheated peace. Cause what you about to keep playing Inspector Gadget for?
well,
If you not
she was
going nowhere.
She said she was leaving. I don't know. I never followed back up. Didn't want to follow back up, bitch. I ain't want shit else to do with it.
Cause she said
That
it was
that
not
was
just you, it was somebody else and
it.
somebody. Girl,
I
how
wanted.
much more proof you need?
It was like I think she found out about me and like two other girls.
God,
I was like, baby, I ain't know nothing about nothing. I said, but you, I said, I swear on everything I love, you ain't got to worry about me.
but then my question kind of goes to where she said because he did communicate with her that he was sexually unsatisfied, and she opened the door for other people to be in her marriage as far as threesomes. In his mind, the male brain, some of them, he might be like, well, she cool with me doing that, then she probably gonna be okay with me doing this.
No, no, because apparently there was a conversation around what the stipulations were of it,
Oh, okay.
and the fact that he was going around lying and sneaking,
Mm-hmm.
to see whomever, myself and whomever else he was trying to see. She was like, she was like that because I remember her literally being on the phone with me being like, "There's no reason for him to cheat. Like we do whatever he wants to do. So for him to be out here lying to me about what he's doing is
He
uncalled
don't.
for."
He don't want you, ma'am. I don't know
Yeah.
why he with you, but he don't want you, ma'am.
I don't know. As long as they had been together, in situations like that, I sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I question: do people stay together unhappy out of loyalty? Like
Yep.
you feel like I've been with you for this long, I might as well just
Yep.
stay, or because some people should be like, well, no, I really do love you, but they still cheat. So I don't necessarily understand the logic behind it of loving a person um the way that you say that you do, but then doing the
Mm-hmm.
very thing that you know will break
The
them.
opposite. That's crazy work.
Um, I don't know. Sometimes I question that a lot. I do. I be like, them two don't be equal in the same thing, right?
It don't. The words "I love you" versus the actions "I love you" very rarely and sometimes match. And it seems like it's either one extreme or the other. It's like either them people love each other down, like you could tell, like they really locked in, or then it's like, yeah, I'm about to go with my wife, man. I'm about to go with my husband. Oh well, it's like, damn,
Yeah, I need my man. I want you to be enthusiastic behind the scenes,
amen. Like, come
cause
on,
like it's the theory. I'm not. Yeah, I guess it's a theory. I don't know. But I've seen this a lot on social media lately, where people be like, if somebody asks you, "Are you single? Are you taken?" and they be like, "Sorry, I'm married." Like, what the fuck you saying
you're
sorry for?
sorry for it, right?
What you apologizing about? Why is there an apology necessary? Are you not happy where you are?
Listen,
It should
I
just be, hell no, I got somebody. Or, you ain't gotta be that aggressive.
I
This is
want my
just me.
husband to be like Nelly right now, showing all his whole 38s.
You feel me? Baby,
Every
I want to
time
see
he talk about his wife or be about his wife, you
I
see
need to
all
see the
that man
molars.
veneers, like for
Need to
real.
see the molars that ain't even came in yet now.
Right?
That's how happy your ass need to fucking be over here.
Listen, but I can say honestly, I have not had that situation because I feel like every situation that I have probably suspected it, I was like, nah, something ain't right. I'm at.
Mhm.
I think you want some fuck shit. Cause that
Right.
happened to me with somebody. I remember when I first started on TikTok. That's why I said I won't fuck with nobody. I was like, he was real cool. Da 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 da. Then it be times where he couldn't talk, and it be times where it's like you kept giving me talking about crazy excuses, talking about your sister got shot and some shit, and I was like,
To lie about the well-being of your sibling is
man.
crazy.
And then a month later, you forget that you told me your sister got shot. Talking about I'm at my sister's house eating. I'm like, did she get shot? And then I was like, you know what? I'm cool up off it. I was like, I can't prove it, but my radar is telling me you on some fuck shit. And
Right.
lo and behold, it was like a few, probably weeks later, all of a sudden my wife and I just moved. And I'm like,
Heard, got it. Yep.
oh, so now you in Texas? You okay, cool. I wanted to so bad to just be like, oh really? But I did. I ain't say nothing. And then
So, how do
the
people
crazy
piss you off?
thing, because I was like, I don't want you following me. I don't want you nowhere near me, whatever. So I took you off my page. You tried to re-follow me again and try to engage in my comments like I was supposed to be like engaged back. Nigga, you a liar and you're married now. Why would I do that? I don't want nobody else's nothing.
I want it to be mine, mine,
Hello?
mine, 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 mine.
And have the nerve to try to engage back with me. Is you dumb? Is
Is
you
you dumb or
dumb?
stupid?
Is you dumb?
Child, I don't know. Craziness. Absolute insanity. It was the first and last time I've ever encountered that situation.
Mm-mm.
Cause you know I too am very quick to be like
With the quickness.
something ain't right
Listen,
here.
like what did Terrence Howard say? He said he's like, if I'm right, he said if I was if I'm wrong, I could have been right. So if I could have been right, if I could have been wrong, so I'm gonna do it anyway because I could have been right, but I could have been wrong. Some stupid
Sometimes
shit, but I live by that. I was like, I don't give a damn. Oh well, I still could have been right or I could have been wrong, but I'm right because I could have been wrong. So either
you know
way,
what,
fuck you, goodbye. Dead ass.
your ass is out of while.
I'm just saying.
So
Listen, nope.
the next question she asked was, "How did you move forward?" One of my biggest questions that I got asked is, in asking this question, I also take into account that I am not a person who ties my emotions into sex, right?
Hmm.
So, because you made the statement that if they had been dealing with each other for almost 4 months, they probably already started fucking,
Right.
which is a fair assumption.
Hmm.
I I'm not a person who believes in love at first sight. At least I haven't experienced it. Let me say it that way. I've never experienced love at first sight.
Me neither.
Um, I don't necessarily fall for someone super fast, nor do I fall easy. And
Hmm.
I think in this particular term, answering that question is outside my wheelhouse. Because I'm like, it was 3.5 months. Like, what you mean? How did you get past it? You block the nigga and you keep moving. Like, I don't. For me, I don't know,
Yeah.
like how. Especially if this man had a whole nother relationship that he was trying to maintain. How entangled were you honestly able to get at this current moment? Like, how entrenched are we talking?
Listen.
Because 3.5 months, don't get me wrong, it's a good amount of time. But
Hmm.
it's also like, I just, I guess maybe because it ain't 3.5 months.
Listen.
Uh-uh.
I feel her pain. If she a fellow Libra, I feel her pain. Cause goddamn, I could fall in love in 4 months. I ain't gonna hold you. I can't. And like she said toward the end, she's like her feelings was hurt, even though they did not solidify what they were. You know, she can she had a love for that man. I ain't gonna say she was in love with that man, but she had a love for that man. He probably been knocking the Mario coins up out of her ass. They been eating ice cream and shit. So her feelings was hurt. She's like, I know he didn't say what we was, but shit, I'm hurting. I can't say nothing because I'm definitely you know, if we spend enough time together in 4 months, yeah, I'm gonna have a strong liking to your ass. That's that Libra shit. I can't help it. I am. Cause honestly, I don't spend time with people that I don't want to spend time with.
I mean,
Like
fair.
I'm not just gonna be entertaining somebody with my time that I ain't trying to actually start to like. So
And fair statement, same. Because if
right,
I don't feel like it's worth my time, I'm not doing it.
right.
I just need to understand how deep in the trenches are we talking after 3.5 months.
After
I
close to
do.
4 months, she might have been deep. You never know.
Okay.
I I ain't gonna say it
We
may have been
listen.
real love, but she, she might have been in fact, she might have been talking that good shit too. He had to. He had to.
Okay. We listen and we don't judge because I don't know what to do with it. When I say like I genuinely don't know, my lover girl kicks in. I
Yeah,
like it takes time for my lover girl to kick in. She ain't for everybody. That's probably
true,
why the motherfucker she don't come to the front of the class real quick.
true.
You know what I'm saying? You very much you got to coax her ass out the door. So uh,
I
I
need to
do.
work on that.
I mean, I ain't telling nobody they got to be a certain way. Don't change. Please don't change because me. I tell people, listen. There are times where I wish I could just more easily let go and just allow myself to feel like all the feels and all the things and stuff like that instead of uh microdosing this shit out. Yeah, there we go.
True.
That's what I microdose with emotions. There are times I wish I could. I'm working on it. I'm getting a little bit better at it. I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. It feels
Nope.
very unfamiliar and foreign to me. You know what I'm saying? It's the vulnerability of it all that fucks me up. I ain't gonna hold you. It's
But
just
see, go ahead. Here's the thing though. People that may, you know, fall kind of fast too, also gets, turned off kind of fast.
what I'm cursed with both.
I
Is the
be like,
sample.
oh my God, he's in it. Then a couple of times he do a couple things. I'm like, I don't even like you, no.
Listen, let me tell you. I was talking to one of my best friend's brothers for like a couple of months,
Yeah,
baby. And here go another situation. I'm over here. We cooling, we chilling.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I really ain't trying. First off, I ain't trying to make shit official with no motherfucker about it. I
right,
am
nah,
outside. I kicking it. I'm having a good
right,
ass time. Matter of fact, I was 25. I
right.
remember because I remember going over their mama house after I got my first tattoo at 25.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm gonna tell you how quickly shit got turned off for me. We was cool, everything was great. We, had been flirting, kikiing. Me, him, my best friend, and her girlfriend at the time go to this house party. We kicking it now. I'm a real chill chick. I'm really that nigga most of the time, right?
Yep.
So I'm mingling, getting to know people, whatever the fuck. They got a pool table in the garage. I say, fuck it, I'm gonna hop on the pool table. So we go out. Well, not we. I walk away from everybody. I go outside. I saw, somebody else out here. I was like, yo, you playing against somebody or, can I get a stick or whatever?
Right.
So me and old boys get to playing cool. I'm talking about kid. Ain't flirting, ain't looking at this nigga like that because regardless of whether or not me and this dude that made some official ass shit,
Mm-hmm.
we here together. I'm not that type of bitch. I'm not doing that shit. So I ain't even looking at homie like that.
Right.
Really just out here playing pool, acting like a whole nigga right now. This there is a fine line
Mm-hmm.
between marking your territory and then acting like a possessive nut, right?
Ooh, what'd he do?
This motherfucker was so far up my ass I couldn't even play.
Oh,
Get off me! I'm trying to shoot. Cause one, I'm in competition mode. I'm trying to win. Out. Listen, I don't. When I'm in the middle of a competition situation, baby, I'm
right.
trying to win.
Exactly.
Don't come over here fucking with me. And now I'm talking about so far my ass, you would have thought we were Siamese twins. Get off me. Now I'm pissed and now I'm irritated. Because if you want to come out, mark your little territory, whatever, cool. Come out, give me a kiss, stand on the side, chill me out, whatever the fuck. Why you up my goddamn man? I'm not exaggerating. I'm dead ass talking about you doing the broke boyfriend shit. You standing behind me, holding my waist with your chin on my goddamn shoulder and shit. I'm trying to go shoot. You act like you want to stand. Get the fuck off of me. This ain't what. This ain't the
Oh
let me
wow.
help. This ain't we finna be cute and I'm gonna help you shoot. Nah, you pissing me the fuck off. We
Oh
came
wow.
up in here, me cooling, me chilling, me like when we leave this motherfucker, we probably about to go do some, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To hey, we finna go.
Was there other people around? That's why he was
Yeah,
like, oh yeah.
I was outside playing. It was a couple of guys out there, and I was playing again. I was playing pool against one of the dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. That's what it was. It's the beat my chest.
Right, but here, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you want to make it known that although it ain't that, it's a scoop of people up in this whole house party. It
Right.
ain't like this motherfucker pack. Everybody saw us come in this bitch together.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they saw us coming here together,
Mm.
so clearly they know we together. Even if you wanted to reiterate and mark your territory, cool, come give me a kiss, slap me on the ass, whatever. But to be all of on me, where I can't even get a good shot in because you talking about nerves were hurt. Baby, when we left that motherfucker, I drove so fast to that nigga house and dropped him off. You ain't coming in, no.
Wow.
Motherfucker tried to convince me, kiss me on my neck. I'll talk to you later. Get off me.
You
Get
ain't tell him why?
I can't remember if I said it that night or the next day.
Okay.
But that night was the last time we hung out.
Wow.
I don't, bruh.
He thought he was doing his big one.
The motherfucker was irking my shit.
And I feel like that's when you have to realize like who you really are courting or dating or whatever you want to call it at that time. Because it's like if he would have kind of known you enough, he ought to known like doing too much in that moment was gonna be a turn off.
Right. Cause like I said, I get it, baby.
So
Listen,
yeah, I agree, Mrs. Melvin. He was doing too much. Like
too
he could have
much.
just like put his hand on your butt or something, let you do your thing. You know, something like subtle. Like you ain't gotta
Exactly.
be because that gives to me insecurity. When you do that because
E-
you're around a lot of other dudes, it's like it's not even so much you trying to mark your territory. It's like you feel insecure around these other
exactly.
motherfuckers.
Exactly. Yeah, and I don't like that shit. Like,
No.
don't get me wrong. You can let the world know I'm yours, baby. Please do.
Hello?
It's love it. Absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
But when it gets to the point where it's more of an insecurity than just yeah, this my woman, I'm proud type shit,
Right.
sir. Don't let's not. And I mean, we had only been talking a few months,
Right.
and child cutting that shit off.
And it ain't like you walked when we walked in, we didn't walk in, you didn't grab my hand and walked in with me hand to hand or was having that affection when you walked in. You just had that affection when you thought somebody else was around that you felt intimidated by.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah,
which Lord knows why that motherfucker was intimidated. I don't get it.
girl. It
That
probably
might be
was
the
somebody that you ain't even noticed that he noticed and he was like, nah, I just want to make sure that they know that she with me.
and see, and that was also my fault. Motherfucker was skinny. He was skinny.
What up?
What up, Rough Rider? Yeah, he was skinny. That was my fault. I stepped outside of what I used to. You know
There
what I'm
you go.
saying?
It happens sometimes. It happens. It happens sometimes.
Now I ain't saying all big niggas is A plus now. Before anybody get
No.
their head in the
Hell
clouds.
no.
But I was like, I can't. This
Definitely
ain't
the
it.
preference though.
Yeah.
I just want to know, even from a woman's standpoint, what would make you call another woman to get details? Like, I'm not
Mm,
doing that. What
let me tell
what
you. Matter of fact,
what?
I got confirmation of one of my exes cheating on me like while we were together.
Mm-hmm.
Right after we broke up, I knew he was cheating, which led to us breaking up. But
Mm-hmm.
I could never find proof or evidence just to solidify my consciousness. But
Mm-hmm.
I literally woke up one day and was like, I ain't doing it no more.
Yeah,
That's how quick my shit be.
it really
Right?
do be.
And then after that motherfucker broke, after we broke up, when I say evidence started falling in my lap, left and
Mhm.
right, and it was so funny because I y'all know, pure romance. I used to do in home parties and stuff like that. This
Mhm.
one chick, and her name looked familiar, but I ain't think nothing of it. She booked a party with me like a couple of weeks afterwards, and it was somebody that hung in the crew. Like I think she was talking to somebody else in my ex's little friend circle, or whatever, little crew. And so when I came in, she said, "I thought that was gonna be you." She said, "I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on?" I said, "Shit." She said, "You don't be around no more." I said, "Yeah, I don't fuck with that nigga no more."
Oh.
Baby, when I tell you, now all the shit started coming out. Now, mind you, me and this girl had only met a couple of times,
Mhm.
so and social media wasn't what it is today.
Heck no.
Then, we talking a good 15, 16 years ago at this point.
Mhm.
Uh, a little bit less than 15, actually. Now that I think about who it was. Um, but yeah, so she was like, if I had always said if I see you again, I was gonna tell you the truth about everything or whatever. Because we, baby, sit down like a good 20 minutes before we even got into me doing my presentation for the board, just telling everything. Told me
See?
the girl name and it confirmed some other stuff that had fell into my lap shortly
Wow.
after we stopped talking. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like when you have a heightened discernment or you just really feeling your gut, you do not have to sit here and wait for 5,100 confirmations to to skedaddle and to leave. Like I said, give me a wrong feeling. Give me too many times that you trying to make me feel a little bit confused, and then one time I ask you for clarification and you don't want to give me clarification. I'm out. And I swear, I ain't never wrong. The way God be putting discernment in my spirit, I ain't never wrong. I've never been
Sure.
wrong. I've always usually found out later, and it'd be
Oh
like,
yeah,
oh, there it is.
that
But
later confirmation be crazy.
it do. But it's like you. That's why sometimes, like, even when you move, knowing and you feeling that in your spirit, it's like people. I think God be putting that in your spirit to let you know, hey, you may not see it right now, but I'm letting you know there's some shit going on that you can't see. And that's why it's so
Mhm.
important to build up your spirit, like we always talk about it, build up your discernment. Because it's like, then when it's unveiled, because I feel like if it's unveiled while you in it, it may hurt worse. But when it's unveiled, when you've already walked away from it, it's like, I knew it. I
Right.
knew I made the
It
right
just
decision. Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say yeah. It's that confirmation. It's that
Yeah,
solidification to make sure you don't be sitting up there questioning the decisions that you made sometimes.
right. Because
Yeah.
if it was revealed while I was in it, I probably would have went to jail. I probably would have
Probably.
went to jail. Because it's
Certi-
like you
Certified
standing
crash
here
out.
every day playing in my face, and I'm about to come home after I know this. Oh no. Mm-mm.
Certified crash out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Uh, so one of her other questions was, what advice would you give your younger self? If
Oh.
you like for individuals who have ever been in this type of situation. I feel like I handled it as best as I could at
I
that
think
point.
you do. I mean, because I'm trying to see how old is she? Did it say the ages? I don't think it said the ages in this one.
No,
But
no.
I mean, when you really young, and sometimes like it sounded like she would maybe was a little caught up too. He said run. Um, Sometimes people don't have that discernment yet, so it's
Right.
just kind of like you really kind of go, especially like if it's your first situation or whatever. You're very trusting, and you don't know the signs yet, so it's like sometimes you got to go through those kind of experiences just to get the experience. I hate to say that, but I mean, lesson learned. Chop it up, take the L, chop it up, and just then you know the things to look for. Like when a motherfucker can't call you and talk to on the phone unless he always in a goddamn car. No,
Mhm.
he can't talk to you after 7 o'clock, or
And it
it's a
ain't because he
time
ministry.
frame that he can only talk to you, or he can't never come where you at, or you can't never go to his house, or it like you. It's just those kind of things that you just gotta look for. And like I said, after the first experience, you gain experience. I hate to say it like that. I would wish for everybody to first relationship to be loving and honest and truthful, but unfortunately, it just
Not
ain't
everybody.
stay like that. I would love to meet somebody that say, "Hey,
Listen,
my first relationship was my last relationship, and it's been peaches and cream." I would love to see that.
I know a couple of people. I don't know if they'll say it's in peaches and cream, but that I know a couple of people that's literally. I can think of three couples right now off the top of my head that are high school sweethearts,
That's cool. See, that's
and two of them got married right out of one right out of high school, one right out of college, and
mm-hmm.
another one waited. They like established careers and everything before they got married, but they were together the whole time.
Oh, that's
Like
good. See,
started a business together and everything else. It's a business that's quite
I
successful
love
right now.
that.
Might not yet. So
To have a
I know
ain't never had to kiss no frogs. I'm jealous, girl. I'm jealous.
lit
'Cause- oh,
because goddamn Sasquatch monsters I done had to deal with.
hello. Mm-mm. But again, I feel
We
like
live and
that
we
has shaped
learn.
me. That has shaped me to be how I am now, with a very no nonsense toleration to a lot of bullshit.
You know,
So
that toleration that you have to build up is insane.
I'll be like, I'm about to skedaddle. I'm about to do it. She's a
Right.
runner. She's a track
The track
star.
star. So fast.
Sorry. I'm sorry. And I could be wrong sometime. I ain't even gonna lie. It's a couple people that I probably met and I was like, you smell like fuck shit. Sorry, bye. I don't like it. And I could have been wrong, but I ain't about to stick around to find out. I don't like you like that yet anyway.
I'm not that devoted.
Exactly.
Mm-mm. I don't want to be the one to stick around and find
I'm
out.
not. I'm
I
not.
don't. I don't want to be that girl.
I don't.
Uh,
I really don't.
child. I have found another video that I thought would be so fucking hilarious, and now I gotta see if I can find it.
Okay.
Cause it was something about tell me something that you said to a man to break him down or something like that. Now
What?
I know it, girl, it's the foolishness. I gotta see if I can find it again.
Okay.
Oh, please let me find I thought I had saved it. Cause some of the comments, I was like, "You bitches is going to hell."
But in
You.
the meantime, I did want to pin out that she was like she hate bad actors. So I wonder,
Mhm.
like I said, he had to be giving her some type of hope dreams or
Of course.
something, or telling her something outside. Like he said, like she did say, he never said that we were anything, but he never said that we weren't nothing. So that's why I want to pinpoint that. It's like just because you may not say that you are something doesn't always mean that you're not saying that y'all not anything though. Because if that's the case, why are you rubbing in her guts then? Why are you
What?
spending quality
Also,
time with her?
yeah, I was there. We're assuming that they was fucking. She may be a wonderful young lady who likes to hold out. You know, we never know. Then again, even if she is somebody who did 3 month rule and they been talking for 3.5 months, that's probably why he told the girl because he was like, I gotta figure out a way to get this bitch off my back. Now, if he is a bad actor, let me also put this out there because this may be even funnier. What if the only reason the girl called him because to say that oh he just gave me your number to call you is crazy. What if that ain't his girl for real, but that's somebody he used to like be able to drop the bitch that he don't want to deal with no more?
Oh, oh wow! I need to add that to her little comment. Cause I
I
mean that would be
just
a great way to be like to cause in my thing is like why would the woman call her and you been the one dealing with her? It's like
well, you know when I mean,
you should have been man enough to have that conversation with her also, besides just having this conversation with his girlfriend.
you would think that
So I
in
kind
a
of agree with you with that one. He might have did the little 1-2 with her. Like I don't really fuck with her like that. I don't really want to deal with her like that. So we gonna do this little 1-2 real quick. Cause on his birthday, who wants to fuck
it's
up their own
crazy.
birthday?
baby.
Who?
I don't know who would, but that's another reason why I'm like, either either that motherfucker was like he got caught up some way, and that's really his
Yeah.
girlfriend, and she was like, "Well, give me her number. I want to hear her side of it." Because some women
Mm-hmm.
want to hear, like, they need that solidification from what from the other person's point of view of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Cause what you gonna do if I tell you, yeah, I knew about you and blah 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 blah? What you gonna do? Like, why do you want to talk to me? I don't understand that.
Maybe some of them, like I said, they need confirmation because sometimes they say some people don't believe stuff until they hear it 3 times.
Girl, please
I'm just saying,
tell
you
me the
ain't
first
got
time. I'm gonna believe you.
listen. Well, somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Believe them. So my whole thing is that when you call this girl and then you telling her, oh, he told me that you want nothing but a little jump off anyway. You think you really got a little ace card telling her that?
Mhm.
She already done had your man, boo. Whether she was a jump off or 1 or 2 or whatever, she still had him.
Well, that's the thing. You have to remember that because a relationship, marriage, a ring, a wedding, whatever, is the ultimate goal for some women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would rather have a piece of a man than no man at all. It's sometimes a
That
thought
too.
process. You
That
know what
too.
I'm saying? Especially if he chooses you out of the situation, and sometimes they feel like they won something.
Mm-mm.
Now, I'm baby, I had many conversations with many women in many situations. I'd be like, huh, that's interesting. Now, understand staying with a person that you feel like you in love with and they doing you dirty.
Right.
Been there, done that.
Same.
Got the t-shirt, wrote the letter, did all the shit, right?
Right.
Now, at this point in time, you want to play in my face. It may not be the safest thing for you to do. Because 40 Irene is not 25-year-old Irene.
Amens.
Ain't 30 Irene, ain't 35-year-old Irene. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, like, at this point, I'm like, girl, ain't no way.
Mm-mm.
At one point in my life, there was a way.
Mm-mm.
You live, you learn,
Mm-mm.
you move, you move forward, such as life. But yeah, I
Mm-mm.
don't, that's, I think the biggest thing that strikes me with this, because even younger Irene, baby, 3.5 months in, I don't see myself being distraught because the situation didn't work.
I don't think I'd be distraught if the situation didn't work, but I'd be distraught that you thought that I was somebody you could play with like that.
Oh,
That's
that
where
I'd be
I'm
pissed.
distraught at. It's
I'm,
because
I'd be pissed. Because
right,
why you playing in my face like that?
exactly. Like that be my whole thing. I don't ever want somebody to look at me and be like, yeah, this motherfucker gonna believe everything the fuck I got to say. Like that be me. Like you thought that I was somebody you could play with. And that's where I'm pissed at.
Right.
So, but that's what my whole thing is like to go back to what you said, like with the girlfriend feeling like, yeah, because he with me. Then you gotta understand sometimes chosen don't always be the trump card. It don't. It
Mm-mm.
just means that you the one that's gonna take up all that bullshit. You the one that's gonna do all this, do all that, and you was the only one that did not call them out on their bullshit either. And you accepted all that shit.
Righteously, most times, that's what it is.
Like, good luck with that, boo boo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Sometimes it work
at
out for
the end of
people,
the day,
sometimes.
like you about to sit here knowing that he was fucking around with this girl for 4 months, and you just gonna be like, okay, and he just told me, like, what part of that makes you feel okay? You telling her that she was just a jump off, making her feel small because she was with your man and she didn't even know. Like, I just want to know, what do you get out of that?
Maybe I told you, she feel like she won. That's her trophy.
Girl, bye. You ain't
That's
won
her winning
shit.
piece. That's her winning piece, though. You can't tell her that. You tell her that 15, you don't know what the fuck you're talking
Girl, bye. Mm-mm.
about.
That ain't no trump card, baby.
So
That ain't
yeah,
no
man.
trump card. Cause he gonna do
It's
it again.
probably, Probably this is probably a good pattern. I know how to do.
It is.
But I still stand by what if this was just his way of getting you to get off his back?
That's another one. That would be
Because okay,
hilarious.
so this is my thought process with that particular scenario, right?
Hmm.
So imagine, because she over here, even though they didn't solidify anything, the way she wrote this is very much like in her head, that's her man, her man, her man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Very much, I love him. Oh my God, you know that whole shit. What if it's a situation if we were to get his point of view? He'd be like, "Yo, I told the chick I didn't want to deal with her a while ago, and she just won't leave me alone." So the only way I could think of to get her to leave me alone is to tell her I was already in a relationship.
Listen, I ain't mad.
And it's just,
It.
you
I
know,
ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it because a lot of guys. You have. I won't say it like some guys don't want to be the bad guy. They don't like hurt people's feelings, and it's like I could just get my sister or one of my homegirls to be like,
because here's the thing, I'm
"Hey,
that
feelings."
homegirl. I'm that homegirl.
Oh,
I've done some shit like that for one of my homeboys. He wanted the chick to leave him alone. I don't think I called as his girlfriend, but I
yeah,
think I just went up to her and be like, girl, let me go on. Let
I
me,
would do that. I ain't gonna
you
hold you.
know, let me go
I would
on and
do it
let you
too.
know.
Cause it's like taking him out of being having a conversation that he don't want to have. So
Right.
I would do it for my homeboy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, so that's what made me think about it. I was like, well, I wonder if because
Cause
there's
I mean,
motherfuckers
even
out
like you
there.
said with the situation of why would he do that on his birthday? And then if it's his birthday, why you ain't with him? I don't know. You might be on to
Once
something there,
again,
sis.
this well, depending on how y'all rocking, I guess 3.5 months and spending somebody's birthday with them is not that. I'm not saying it's unheard of.
Right.
I don't know if me talking to a person for 3.5 months would constitute me being like, "Hey, I want you to be at my birthday dinner." Well, especially in my early 20s. Yep. See, once again, there's a lot. What I gonna learn is there's a lot about K and I that is very similar, and then there are some things that are drastically different.
Listen, I like somebody to be with me on my birthday, and it's only a couple of times that I didn't. I like the way it felt.
I mean, I understand. I get it. There's something about receiving dick, either if it's your birthday coming in or if it's
Man,
going out.
listen,
There is very much something about that. Don't get me wrong. I
I
get
might
it.
entertain something that I might not.
Girl, I don't like it. Girl, I'm so
I
terrible. I don't like people.
and birthday sex is just something different. I don't care what
True.
nobody say.
This is true. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is something significant about it. Um, I've never known a person like talk to a person for that short of a time and have them at the forefront of my mind when thinking about my birthday.
True.
True, forgiveness does allow a person to improve. But that's if there was forgiveness to be, I mean, if there was remorse had
I don't.
also.
If once you dishonest with me with infidelity like that, I don't. We can forgive you, but you got to get the fuck away from me. I don't want you no more. I'm sorry.
That's
I
something I don't know if I could. Yeah,
mm-mm.
especially because and I think a lot of it has to do with I know how my loyalty is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
it's just one of the things like, why you coming over here to play with me? Because
Exactly.
I'm very honest about how I am as a person, as a
Hmm.
friend, especially if we're building a connection with each other and all this other stuff.
Right.
And you want to play, like I tell anybody, hey, the worst thing you could probably ever do is play in my face. Play me for stupid and play in my face.
Amen.
I ain't gonna hold you. My pride is not. She ain't gonna handle it.
Mm-mm.
Now,
Nope.
the good thing is, I am no longer a certified crash out. That works in your favor. At least I've retired. I haven't had to pull that out the bag in a minute. We all thankful for that.
God is
Okay.
amazing. God is
Wanted
amazing. I'm still working on. That's why I just go quiet. I just have to get to myself because I know like everything in my soul would be like,
but right, listen. Which is why
Woo.
I'm very honest with people like, hey, don't come over here playing with me. I might put
Exactly.
you on a t-shirt. I'm not the
Exactly.
one to do it with. Because I'm just letting you know, while I am retired, that does not mean it has been completely ridden out of my body.
True.
No. But like playing in my face is the worst thing you do.
Amen.
Because one, I'm very observant. I be picking up on shit that motherfuckers don't even realize how to peep. And I I make a conscious decision on a regular basis on what's worth my energy and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
What is something that's worth addressing in this moment versus something that's like, you know what,
Mm-mm.
just let it rock. It is
Yeah,
what it is.
it's gonna go on the shelf though.
Oh, very much. It
It's
is
gonna go on
stored
the
in the
shelf.
memory.
Like, okay, that was one weird thing, but I can put it on the shelf for a minute. But when them
It's very
motherfuckers
much
start
stored.
accumulating, it's gonna be like, okay,
When that
mm-mm.
shelf start getting a little full, a
Right.
little crowded.
And that's what people do not realize. It's like people do not just separate or disconnect or detach for no reason. It's
Mm-mm.
that shit that them motherfucking shelves done get full.
Right.
And
And
at
then
the end of the day,
sometimes,
it's not worth the argument. It's not worth none of that. It's like, you know what? Let me just remove myself.
right.
Because I no. And people and don't let people make you try to think that they don't know what the fuck they doing. They people know exactly what the fuck they doing. They
True.
do.
And
They
I'm
really
big
do.
on I don't like repeating myself a whole lot of
Nope.
times. I hate it.
Very much
And
so.
granted, a lot of it has to do with, how I was raised. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Mm-hmm.
just it is not my favorite thing to do because
Mm-mm.
after, if I have to keep asking you or mentioning the same thing, I start to feel like I'm pestering or I'm begging.
Mm.
I don't like to feel like that. That is
Nope.
not a feeling that I personally enjoy. But I will say, if it ever gets to a point where I mention something to you both a multitude of times, and then I turn around and I shut the fuck up,
I'm
and you
done.
just like, oh, she just got up,
Mm-mm.
cause baby, that last situation, I ain't got to the shut the fuck up stage.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker thought shit was green. He thought everything was Gucci. I could tell how that motherfucker was walking around the apartment. That nigga shot. He thought shit was gravy. You hear me? And then one day he tried to joke with me about something. And it was my homegirl, and had they got married? They hadn't got married, so it was her boyfriend at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was chopping it up on the phone with them, and we had just pulled back up to the house or something. And they said they was coming to visit. I was like, okay, cool. I'll see y'all when y'all get here. Yada 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 yada. Uh, and he was like, yeah, man, we should hang out and we'll go downtown and pick up some chicks. I said, okay, go.
Mm.
Cause I didn't give a fuck.
Nope.
If it meant you would leave me the fuck alone. Praise God.
Hello.
No, go. I was very
Please
much in
do.
the shut. I was in the shutdown phase of the relationship, and
Woo.
shortly there, the fuck after what happened, the whole goddamn world shut down. I was very much in the shutdown phase
Mm-hmm.
of the relationship. So I really, when I say I did not give a fuck,
Nope.
I just didn't care. It was like, oh, you thought there was gonna be something I was gonna spaz the fuck out about, boy, bye.
Baby, that is the phase that you do not want anybody to get in. It's like when you just do not care no more. It's like
Right,
you come, you go, you do whatever. I don't care. And we talked about that in one of the shows. I don't remember if it was the last one or the one before last. It's like some people have already tapped out mentally before they have moved on physically. It's like
right.
I've already mourned this situation. I've already mourned this relationship, this friendship, this bond, this whatever, that it ain't what it is. And it's whatever. And before we even detached or whatever, it's like I've already had this funeral in my head. I'm just waiting for you to go on and separate. And that's how I felt with my ex. It was like I was so numb to the point. It was like we might as well just go ahead and separate because it's like why you done did
Literally.
everything. You done did everything under the sun at this point. So why act a fool when we finally separate? I do not. I do not know.
Listen, I would
I
never
do not
understand it.
know. It's like you know what you did do and what you didn't do. So I don't understand the whole theatrical thing that comes after
It's
I leave you alone.
the crying and the falling on your knees,
Baby,
and now the bed. Sir, I had to look one of my exes dead in the face when they did that. I was like, they was like, "See, you heartless. You don't even care." I said, "You didn't care when I was crying, so what the fuck I need to care about your tears for?"
that's true. That's true.
Bitch, the girl that had you, that was rocking with you,
Ooh,
and in this particular relationship, bombing
listen,
your ass the fuck out of jail.
listen,
You don't give a fuck about her, so why you think who I am right now is gonna give a fuck about you? I'm sorry.
listen,
If y'all ever thought there was a good side and the evil side to a Gemini, baby, you meant the evil side that day. Bitch, I
baby.
don't care.
Evil twin, evil twin.
Tweet, right.
Listen,
When I tell people, I get to a point, I don't care. I got a chick.
yep,
It's a chick today.
yep.
We're at the point of being cordial now.
Mhm,
But we fell out not because of anything, not because of, I was friends with a dude that she was talking to.
mhm.
And me and her grew up together, grew up in the same neighborhood, everything. It was real cool. Talk about
Right,
motherfucker used to be at the sleepovers.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Here comes this nigga that I'm just cool with because I'm a tomboy. I always be, okay, I'm
Same.
cool with most of the niggas that y'all like. The fuck you
Yep.
want from me?
Same.
Uh, she caught a whole motherfucking attitude with me. And I had to tell her, I said, hey, I'm gonna let you know. And we was teenagers at this point. You might as well just act like I don't even exist. If you see me on the street, bitch, you ain't gotta talk.
Mm-mm.
I'm not doing it.
Nah,
Over
not over no niggas, y'all.
especially, but that was my homeboy, but the boy, but
Yeah, I ain't never about to fight over no nigga. Let me tell you that public service announcement.
hey, Nicole,
Hey, never. You guys
girl,
crazy.
like you
Never.
falling out. Me and if anything, you should have seen if I could be your fucking spy.
Hello?
That's what you should have been trying to do, but you got caught attitude with me. And now, mind you, some of it was his fault because what happened that kind of kicked some of the shit out. He was supposed to kick it with this girl. We stayed in the same neighborhood. He was supposed to kick it with this girl this particular day. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember what happened, but he ended up riding down to Jackson with me and my mama. You remember how the fuck that ended up happening when he rode to damn Jackson with us? But he rode to Jackson with me and my mama. This girl been calling him. Turns out the motherfucker was with me. Baby,
Mm.
she ain't like that shit woman. Girl, I don't care about this chipmunk looking ass nigga. Why is you?
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
But
it
I
was
mean
very
that
much.
kind of goes with kind of like what we said, even when you're trying to get to know somebody that is in a dating phase of their life, you gotta stop worrying about the surrounding areas. Like, stop worrying about who's around. You know what I mean? It's
Cause
like
what you gonna do?
if somebody wants to get to know you, focus on me then, or let me focus on you. I'm not focused on anything around you that's not connected to you or you not committed to.
But
That
okay,
I don't ain't no competition.
cause
That's
can't
not
nobody
it.
be me better than me.
Hello? Because at the end of the day, you know what's our bond is our bond. And then at some
Right,
point in time, we need to figure out, hey, are we gonna lock this in or what we gonna do? But at the
right.
end of the day, when you're in a dating phase with another person that's in a dating phase, and you are very honest in that dating phase, let me put that in there also. I'm not worried about who you may be also, you know,
Talking
interacting
to.
with,
Yeah.
as long as
Because here's the
I'm
thing
being
about
honest
it.
and you being honest, like we say, honest dating. I'm not worried about what old girl got on. I'm not worried about what, and she shouldn't be worried about me. What you asking me for?
She
Like I
shouldn't.
told you about the situation when that person was worried about me. I said, "What you worried about me for?" And then you got me picking up the phone. He's like, "Nah, you done messed up your little run, girl. What you worried about me for? That's just my friend.
Worried about the wrong thing. Worried
The
about the wrong
wrong
thing.
thing."
Sure, don't because baby, I don't ask questions about shit that I don't care about.
Hello?
And not in the sense of I care about who you spend your time with in terms of safety and stuff like that.
Correct.
But in terms of rocking how we rocking together and figuring out what we got going on,
Mhm. That's my focus.
because once again, like I said, can't nobody beat me at B&B, bro. And if you so happen to not choose to be with me,
That's
well,
okay.
you know,
Cause see, here's the thing. At the end of the day, when
can't
you
do nothing
really
about it.
genuinely date somebody, and you really got that, y'all both got each other's best interest in heart, and you
Hmm.
honestly come to me and say, hey, just say like a particular person say, hey, I know you want kids. I may not want kids right now. I may not want this and want that. You know, honestly, I don't think that we should go
Compatible.
into something. Yeah, we're not compatible and we should not go into anything committed relationship wise. I will respect that 10 toes down. I will
Yeah,
not feel rejected because of it. I won't feel no way because of it because you're telling me that I am not aligned and you are also not aligned with what I want in my future. That's
right.
the way that it should go. But we take it personal as like it's personal rejection. But if we were
Yeah,
honest with each other and say, hey, this is not where I want to go in my future, but I know that's what you want. But, we definitely shouldn't probably go into a committed area. Now, if you want to stay like this and we have an understanding, it's cool. But be honest with it.
I think a lot of it has to do with people are more concerned with what they want out of the situation
Mm-hmm.
than a mutual desire.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because that kind of goes back to I'm not here to convince anybody to want me.
Right.
I'm not here to give you a PowerPoint presentation about why
Mm-mm.
you should choose me. I'm not here to capitalize on your time to force you into just being like, look it up one day and be like, oh, I guess we together. I
Mm-mm.
mm, I need
Mm-mm.
you to actively choose me and to want me
Exactly.
because I feel like when a person actively makes the decision to pick to be with you and it's not something that they feel forced into, it's not something they
Right.
feel coerced into or anything like that. I feel like it's a lot. It's more solid
Well, you don't
because
hold him down. Like,
right. That's like I keep saying. Do not jagged edge. Let's get married.
no, I will wear her
Don't do
down.
that.
I will wear her down.
We
Eventually,
ain't
they
getting
gonna
no
want this. Mm-mm.
right. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do this.
Hell no. That's that bullshit.
I, I prefer something a little bit more decision. Definitive
Uh,
and enthusiastic. To come my way, preferably. Please and thank you.
mm-mm. I need you to
Uh,
want me like you, like I want you.
yeah,
That thirst got to be mutual.
because the
It do.
thirst be thirsting when it is.
Listen. Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? The thirst be thirsting when it is. Okay, so I did find the video.
Okay.
So let me also put this out here. These are nothing that Kay and I would necessarily maybe possibly say to a person.
Oh shit. Have I seen this
Okay.
video?
I didn't send it to you.
Oh lord.
I didn't send it to you. So it says, ladies, what's one thing you said to a man that destroyed his confidence? I don't listen. I'm not saying that y'all should be out here doing this, but some of the I read a few of them and I was like,
Oh my god. I'm
"Damn,
scared.
that's crazy."
I'm scared.
There is 2,772 comments. I'm not reading out 2,772 comments, but we are going to read some of them.
Oh my god. I'm
And
scared.
if y'all got some, put them in the comments. Please
Please
just
put them in
thank
the
you.
comments. Even if you watching the replay, please put them in the
Please
comments.
put it in the comments. So this first one says he will talk about my weight, but struggled to read. I told him I'll lose 100 pounds before you read 100 pages.
Oh.
I said,
Ooh,
"Eh,
he must was fine. You got a man that struggle to read. He gotta be fine.
you're sis."
He gotta be fine. Oh, he got money or something.
I don't know what it was, but shit.
You could never take him nowhere to read nowhere.
Please don't. Don't let that baby read nothing out loud.
That's
This
funny.
next one says, maybe if you responded as fast as you finished, I'd actually care to continue this conversation.
Oh wow.
I told my narcissistic husband slash ex, you better pray you don't die while we are still legally married. I will cremate you, then throw your ashes in the trash can. You don't deserve to sit in anybody's living room.
Oh wow. I don't
That part.
I
I
don't
don't,
think I don't know. I don't know. I don't mm.
crazy. Told him his mama must be a comedian because she made a joke. He stood silent.
Ooh.
He stood silent for 30 seconds until he realized I was referring to him.
Oh, wow. Right, emotional
Listen,
damage. And
listen.
you know what? Real quick, I feel like that's why we need to stop holding stuff in so much. Cause when women finally let go, we go to hell. We go
Okay.
to man, when we hit below the belt, we
Yeah.
go to hell, man. And it's cause it's a whole lot of shit we just do not say, and we be keep letting it slide.
So
But go
so much.
ahead,
We were
Jesus.
we were arguing and he said, you'll never find someone like me. I said, I see the trash every day. What you talking about? I was like, yeah, leave it. That's crazy.
That's
Uh
crazy work.
when I dumped him, he started crying. It was like, I don't want me crying to be the last memory you have of me. And I said, bold of you to assume I remember you at all.
Oh wow, wow.
The level of that would be me. I remember somebody I was talking to at the time. Matter of fact, before me and this person got in good talking, found out he had a girlfriend. Yeah, I don't
Mm-mm.
even.
See.
He said something to me, and I said, "Huh." I said, "That's crazy. You think that your number saved?"
Mm.
Because your nobody saved my goddamn phone. You know,
The moment
child.
you call and it goes straight to voicemail, you ought to know your number
No,
is.
first off, right, that fact, because I don't answer numbers I don't know.
Me
Child,
neither. That unknown call block, stay home. If I don't know it, you ain't get through.
child, the way I don't save a number until like there's some solidification to the situation.
Amen.
Child, so and here go the other part. Here's the other reason why I don't save a number. Because if you go so long without texting me, and by the time I think about it, I got to scroll to find it. Don't even
Mm-mm.
worry about it.
And
It's over
then,
with.
Siri sometimes be getting on my goddamn nerve. And you like, you better just say you had somebody in your comments and you took, your contacts and you took about. Siri be like, maybe this is Tyrone.
Like, bitch, is your name Erica Badu? I did not ask for this
First of
information. The fuck?
all, stop telling me who maybe this is.
I didn't ask you. What are you giving me an answer of something I didn't ask you for?
Talking about this could be. Girl, I didn't
Shut up.
ask you.
This next one says, I'm no longer going to be disrespected by someone I lowered my standards for.
Ooh.
He messaged me months later saying he still thinks about what I said.
Listen, you want to talk about pain and hurt. That's why I be saying you be having to forgive yourself half more than you be mad at the other person. It's like, man, I got you somebody that wasn't even like my type like that. And you just was on some bullshit.
Never. I know. Yeah, yeah. That is the kicker right there. Realizing
It is. You be like,
that the
you weren't even somebody
motherfucker.
I would naturally even fuck with. And
So
nah.
I stepped down to come talk to you, and you act like this.
Uh-huh. Because talking to you put that
Tragic,
damn battery in his back.
tragic. He told me in a shy way, "Sorry, I upset you." I told him, "You're not important enough to upset me."
Mm, that's true.
Damn. This girl just said I'm banned from Hinge for bullying. Hinge is a dating app.
She was bullying people on a date now?
Girl, granted, I understand.
Damn.
if she ran across any of the bullshit that I've seen when I had my little stints on their nap,
Oh,
dang,
that's crazy work.
you hear me?
Emotional damage.
He asked how many guys I'm seeing. Told him, including you, none.
Oh, wow.
What is wrong with y'all? What is it? What have some of these men done to you people?
I don't know. That's why people be ending up on Snap. Cause
Also,
y'all you
shit.
going, and this is why I would rather leave early to not get to this point. Cause
Some of this don't even sound like people they've been dating for a long time. Some of this just sounds like they
no,
just quick
because you
ready to
keep
start with.
tolerating people that you barely like just to be with somebody. And
Also,
that, and then when it's time for you to find a skedaddle, now you be talking about how you
it's the
be going
reason why, but
overboard to hell with it.
this is why I don't fake interest.
Nope.
You listen, especially if you have approached me saying that
Mm-hmm.
you're interested in me. I listen. You gonna have you something got to happen for me to then be interested in you.
Yep.
Otherwise, you look and sound like the rest of them. Womp 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 womp. I don't hear shit you talking about.
When you gonna come cook for me? Never, nigga.
Listen, me cooking, I really fuck with you if I cook for you.
Hello?
Cause I don't cook for anybody.
You know how many times I hear that in the goddamn day when I post videos? You gonna come cook for me? No, nigga, I don't even know you.
Okay, the few
Your
times I done
profile picture is a
posted,
blob.
oh, a block is crazy.
A little blob profile picture. Like, why would I do that?
He replied to my text with, "I'm not reading all of that." I said, "You won't or you can't." Sidebar. Sidebar. He didn't finish high school.
Mm.
You're
I
the
mean, but
common.
even if you ain't finished high school, you should know how to read from grammar school.
Somebody said ran to the comments for inspiration.
Mm-mm.
Someone said, "You're not cute enough to behave the way you do." That be fact sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get insulted if a person tries to talk with you and you feel like they are not of a certain caliber?
Yeah, we talked about that. I feel highly offended when short men try to talk to me. I feel highly offended when skinny men try to talk to me. Cause what makes you think one of my thighs is the size of your body?
I almost spit this water clean out of my
I
mouth.
said that to. I mean, I love you. I love everybody. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but look at me. Look at all this. What am I gonna do with you? And you 150? You probably the size of my nigga dick. I'm just saying. I mean, not my nigga, but I'm just saying that nigga. We
You
go.
said it.
We go edit that out. We gonna edit that out. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna just say this just in
You'll
case
probably have to jump
anybody,
your whole body. Like you a buck
just in
50.
case, just in case anybody is watching. Hey,
I'm just saying. You what I'm gonna do with you? What makes you think what okay, Irene, real talk. A little dude, buck 50. He look at me. I'm gonna just put myself in the question. What makes you think I'm gonna want you? Well, I feel like I'm gonna hurt you.
that part. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. It's a lot of big girls who like skinnier men. They say they are pleased better. I'm like, I don't know what big dudes you deal with. 'Cause
Cause
I
that
get
cause
it.
some people
Well,
say the stigma. Go ahead.
I've met both big and skinny dudes who just ain't have no dick. I
True.
just say both. So I don't necessarily believe that there's a stigma that like I don't believe you have to be big or skinny to you just possess what you possess.
True.
I've seen it on both ends. And if you just have not had the opportunity to find you a plush pal
That's got a
that
long schlong.
can get past the cheeks, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
I had
I,
somebody tell me though that that's why they don't date plus size women because they know that they small. And you do need a certain amount of size to get past the thighs. I ain't gonna lie. So if you got a little situation, you right. You don't need to. You may not
Right.
need to date a plus size person.
In which, hey, you got to know your strength. That's
Right. You need you a
nothing
little
wrong.
girl.
But that's like it was a dude in my comments on live the other day. First off, the nigga name is Pencil Man. And I said, off your name alone, I can tell you right now, you do not need to wake up crying.
Right.
He ended up getting into it with Lee John, and Lee John went to the man page, took a picture, and started roasting the fuck out of him.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I told you to stop. I told you did not have to be here acting like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He talking about something, but I'm long and thick and da da da. I didn't ask you shit about your dick.
Nope.
First off, ill, ill.
Nope.
Because if that is your leading qualification, I can tell you right now, this also will not work.
Mm-mm.
I need somebody who got more than just the penis behind them.
Hello.
And then
Because
most of
some
the
people
time,
don't even know what to do with it. You be having a
that part.
schlong and just.
That was probably one of my worst experiences. Somebody who had like 10, 11 inches and didn't know what to do with it. Just, I'm done. It's fine. That was probably the lesson in a motherfucker ain't gotta be as long as my forearm to know what the fuck to do.
No.
Um, you know what I'm saying? Because child, get the fuck away from me.
Hello.
It was horrid. Uh, very such a terrible
Now the
experience.
question is, at that point, since it has such possibility, do you at least train him or leave him alone?
Now, little baby, one, I wasn't at a point in my life where I was very as verbal as I am now
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to my sexual experiences. This was very early on in the game,
Okay, gotcha.
So we were still figuring some shit out on my own. Uh, and taking into account, I didn't have my biggest sexual breakthrough, I guess, until this season of being single. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just this was even prior to me being a sexual health educator. So
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't even had any of that opening standpoint yet. So this was yeah. No. But do I think looking back on who that person was at that time, do I think they might have been somebody who would have taken the direction? No. He
Mm-hmm.
100% would have been one of the ones that would have told me that I ain't know what the fuck I was talking about because he
Mm.
ain't never had no complaints.
So in this season of our 40s, because now I can say that because you're 40,
I am.
is size a deal breaker?
No. But you gotta at least get past the sheets. Let's just start there.
Well, that's what I mean. They can't get past the cheeks. They like that. Is that a
Because see,
deal
I,
breaker?
I I didn't have somebody who could barely get past the sheets at this size. I ain't dealing with that.
That's what
Right?
I mean.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I've had it, I can tell you right now, I'm good.
Yeah.
Not the I'm good.
I was
It,
called mean
yeah.
because I said that was a deal breaker for me. That size
I don't think
at
that's
this
me.
point of my life and my size is a deal breaker for me. It is.
I mean, but that's also like motherfucker completely goes to me because I told him bad sex was a deal breaker.
It
Didn't
is.
even get to the point of what size they were. Just bad sex. But I'm not.
Is you telling on? Is he telling on himself
That's
already?
what I took it as.
Like,
Especially because another part of the conversation is like, yeah, I'm not into all that choking and shit like that. Well, I'm into that shit. Yoke me the fuck up.
so
Into
what do you
all of
want
it.
you to do?
Girl, he was very, very just from what I could tell in the conversations that we had before he just kind of ghosted me or whatever. It was very the wildest thing is probably doggy style. That's probably gonna happen in this situation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, ain't no hair pulling, no. This mother, he's like, I like to make love and da da da. I mean, I was like, that's cool. A nice round of slow stroking every now and then is
Yeah.
understandable. But
Yes.
sir, if you don't take that aggression that them motherfuckers put on you at that job today and have me screaming hallelujah to the top of my goddamn lungs by the end of the night, I know something. And that was just, he
Listen,
was appalled. He, that motherfucker was taking a bath, which I got other questions behind that, but so it's like,
listen. At one
it was
point in
just like,
time, any given time, I need you to enjoy me like you feel like I'm a dirty little bitch.
please,
And
I'm
and
cool.
and you know when it's
Listen,
done, you can comfort me after, like, yes, baby, da da da
treat,
da. Da.
treat
And
me
then
like I'm your woman. I'm the most precious thing in the world.
yes,
But I need you to fuck me like a slut all the time.
hello, huh?
You feel me?
Mm,
I so you know all in all. Well, what if sex is bad? Let me also say this. I made the preference of this. I also made the statement of, yeah, I'm not dealing with bad sex for the rest of my life.
mm,
But there's also the caveat of, okay, if we have sex and we realize like if I realize you're not doing some stuff I like, okay, well let's have a conversation.
right,
Where can we meet in the middle? You ain't into choking, but what about, da 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 da? Is there something else that we could find that would, you know sustain or satisfy, that's what I'm looking for, satisfy that part, that that desire, or that
right.
urge, or whatever the case whatever you want to call it, that I may have. If we can't find a middle ground, he's like, but I'll take care of the bills and I'll pay this. Sir, no,
That
I
don't
pay my
matter.
own bills. I do
Exactly.
all of that stuff myself.
Already. But here's the kicker. What if he was like a A plus 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 eater?
No, you still got to be able to break my
See,
back.
thank you. Thank you. And it's
I don't
funny
want.
because
I
if you
this
ask a man,
falls
go ahead.
under this falls under I ordered the combo.
True.
I want it all.
But ask a man if he was okay with a woman being an amazing fellatio expert versus her not being able to throw that pussy good. They'll be cool with it. That's the crazy part. Some of them. Some of them. They're like,
I
man, long as
did.
that head get good, I don't even.
I'm not. I couldn't see myself dealing with bad coochie either. So
Some of them don't care.
I don't know.
As
But
long
yeah,
as their mouth work.
I'm not dealing with bad sex for the
I
rest of my
need
life.
I need
Point blank
both of them to
period.
be good.
I just,
Honestly, me, I need for me personally, I need the dick to be better than the mouth.
I'm fine. I'm fine with. I'm as long as the dick is still good. If your head game is a little bit better, I'm okay with that. But if your head game is cool, but the dick is,
I need that.
what I'm saying? Like, if there's a good balance of it, I'm cool. But having both be spectacular is quite interesting. It's
Listen,
wonderful.
that shit how you standing outside with a boombox. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boss.
I'm not standing in the rain with the boom box. He's like, baby, I'm
And
outside. Just say yes.
I will always love you.
Be like, Diddy, I'm just waiting on you to say it. Oh my
Right.
God.
He's like, what he say? No
Child.
more dick. No more dick.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
I'm gonna hold you. I saw that video the first time I ever saw that video, the original video with B Simone
Mm-hmm.
and what's his name. He said no more dick, and the way my face scrunched up.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Cause I ain't gonna hold you, especially if we talk about some good shit. I'm talking about scratches the itch every time, and you tell me I can't.
That's that just hurt my chest
I may
thinking about
malfunction.
that.
I may
Ow.
malfunction. What do you
Ow.
mean? Right?
Ow.
What do you mean?
Ow. That hurt.
And I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about it. Because he gonna say, if a woman be like, I can't believe you let dick run you like that, bitch, you just ain't had no good dick.
You couldn't have. You couldn't
Cause
have. The shit will have you having a tantrum and ain't nothing happened. You just miss it. You just miss it. And it might not even been that long. It could just been a week or a couple days. And your ass have a whole attitude. And you can't even say why you mad. He just got to figure it out. Like, all right, I'll be there next week. Okay, thank
yo,
you.
you just be so
Your
fucking
little tantrum
irritated, and you
ass.
like, why the fuck am I so irritated today? And then it dawned on you.
You like, you know you could just say that. You're like, I ain't saying shit. You got to figure that out. Carry the two, goddamn
Well,
it.
you know, thing. Sometimes you gotta figure it out yourself because you don't even realize it until you catch an attitude in a moment where you're like, I shouldn't be catching an attitude behind it. It's like, why? Why
Acting
am
like
I
a
pissed
whole
off?
brat.
All right, why am I pissed off right now?
Acting
Oh,
like a whole brat. Like,
man,
yeah, I know what's
my
wrong with you.
right,
Like,
my back ain't been cracked. I have not seen the chiropractor in a decent amount of time. And yeah, here I am with a motherfucking attitude because the
mm-mm.
motherfucker breathing hard. Shit. Why is bitch smacking? The fuck?
Listen, and then we'll go right back to the Miss Oprah.
Just give it to me, my darling, my ass clean off.
Oh God! Like, why you being so short with me? What's your problem? Never mind. I already know. See you in a couple of days. See you in a couple of days. Like, well, damn. I'm glad you know.
And then don't nothing make you happy, and then the fact that you know that on the way. Right. Oh, it's cheesing like a chest of cat. What's wrong?
Oh, like, what is wrong with you? Nothing. Everything is fine. But you was just crying 3 minutes ago.
It's storming outside. It is such a beautiful day. Like, oh my
Girl,
god.
listen. I try to tell you.
Yeah,
Hey, it's so true. I don't care what nobody say.
it
I don't care
is.
what nobody say. I can be if you wanna.
Once again, like, and like I said, it's the right situation. It's like the sex is good, the vibe is good, like everything is good. Because it's one
Mhm.
thing to be, like you got somebody you just fuck on and it's
Yeah.
good, that's cool. But when the sex is good and the connection is good too,
Yes.
it's
God,
it's a
yes.
whole it's a whole reboot to your nervous
It is.
system.
That you enjoy that person even after you're done. And after
Hmm.
all that. It's like, that's
It's like,
still
no,
your
I
that's still your
really
partner.
care. Like, I really care about your day. I care about your
Yeah.
mental health. I care about all this shit because y'all done heard me say it time and time again. Irene is very much if this is just a sexual thing, baby, I don't give a fuck how you do it.
Mm-mm.
Just come on so we can do what we came up here to do and I can go about my business.
I ain't gonna lie. If it's been a minute, I don't give a goddamn about your day in the first 30 minutes you come through the door. Tell me later. I care after. Is that bad?
Nah, that's, baby, I'm not gonna say it's bad if that's how it works, that's how it works. Ja, I just, yeah.
But she's
That's
like,
why I
drop
tell
them
people,
drawers, Denzel.
just, 'cause I'm terrible. We fucking. Why is we talking? Are we fucking or not?
I asked you about your day in the second round. It's okay.
You nicer than me because I still know anything about me. Not with somebody who I'm just fucking with.
No.
Mm-mm. If there's a friendship there, if we, garner a friendship,
Absolutely.
then sure, absolutely. Because I also have a friendship with you. But if I
Exactly.
met you on some this, we just fucking type shit, and we established that that's all the fuck it was gonna be,
Mm-mm.
I'm not here to watch no movie with you. I
Cuddling, nope. None of that shit.
don't. Mm-mm.
No.
Are you done? You done, or you got another round in you? No, I think I'm done. Okay, well I'll talk to you later. You not gonna stay for what? What?
What
Nigga,
am I
that's what I
staying
drop.
for?
Right.
I don't even like your bed.
I'm gonna go home, take a shower, and get in my own
Hello,
shit.
get my own bed. I don't like your sheets. They're itchy.
Like I'm not. What you thought this was? Wrong one. Wrong
That's
thing.
very true. That's
Wrong
very
situation.
true. That's very true.
But this listen, this also goes back to that whole situation of outside of medical reasons. If your person, don't want to have
Yeah,
sex with you on a because
I
I
can't
when
do it.
I tell you when I'm really into a person, baby, your eyes
Mm-mm.
open, you breathing. Matter of fact, if the top of you is asleep, but the bottom of you
Man,
is awake, I will have a conversation with him. You can join us when you join us.
I be having conversations with it, and he be laughing. TMI moment. TMI. I'm like, this is my favorite buddy. How you doing? I sure do. I sure do.
Honey.
I'm like that. Look, we ain't got to be bothered with him. Me and you, we see eye to eye. When you got one eye, I got two. But
Not you got one eye, I got two. Bitch, I'm weak.
I'm just saying, I don't. Mm-mm. Like you said, when it's good and the chemistry is good, that shit is addictive. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
TMI, whatever, don't care. But it's addictive.
It can be very
When you
addictive.
generally like the person that you have intimate spaces with, and you allow they're welcoming into your space, and you are welcoming it into their space, and there's just a beautiful connection there where I just love the way you enter my body. That's just the way it is. I just love the way you enter my body. I love the way you feel inside of my body. I love you in my body. I
Hmm.
do. It's just ain't no better feeling.
It's like an instant release of
It
tension.
is.
It's just, oof. Your whole body just, oof.
Baby. And then you do it ever so perfectly. Just okay, wrap it up. Where we going?
It feels like a glove. It's just-
Is it gonna turn into something else? Girl. In
yeah,
case
they're
in
gonna,
point, is what we're trying to say is make sure you have a connection with somebody that you love to have intimate spaces with. But if you just want to wham bam, thank you, man. Be honest in that situation too. But
also just and be mindful about how y'all interact. But
yeah,
and I think that was part of it. That was part of like I know some people
original.
see it as being me, but it's a part of my boundaries. It's like
Mm-mm.
if this is all, if we've established this is all we want,
Mm-hmm.
you not like don't try and play in my emotions by trying to
Right.
provide other things.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Being
Because if there is
manipulative.
no potential for this to grow into something,
Mm-hmm.
then let's leave it where it is. We fucking that's cool.
True.
I'm okay with it. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing.
Amen.
But
Because
what you're
sometimes
not
people
gonna
want the
play in
same
my
thing
face,
you want. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
right? No, you good. But don't play in somebody's face for what?
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause now you gonna look real crazy. Cause I've
Mm-hmm.
had people try and do that to me before,
Yep.
and it's like, oh, I'm gonna just tell her X, Y, and Z, and she gonna do whatever I want her to do.
Mm-hmm. And that kind of go back to the topic where she just said she just really felt like he was just like this manipulator and this actor, because it's like, don't try to just say all these things to get what you want out of a person. If you're not gonna be genuine with that person, then just leave them alone, or just
Right,
come to what you. Because honestly, like we always say, being honest, you might be shocked at what you actually get by being fucking honest. If you
right,
be like, hey, listen, I got a girl, but I want to talk to you too.
right.
I guarantee you, probably 4 out of 10 women nowadays in 2025, you may still get what you want.
This is also true.
So, honest, like we always say, be honest with your dating, be honest with your communication, and don't be out here trying to manipulate people and trying to get shit that you want out of them, and selling
Right.
them hope dreams and shit that you know that you ain't gonna be.
Because also on the same note, there are people who are still out here who are certified crash outs and do not mind
Yes.
going to jail.
Nope. And people that
All
are
because
on
somebody was
medication
playing.
right now to not try to go to level 10.
You know? Like if anything, if nothing, I'm like, why would you want to risk somebody,
Mm-hmm.
snapping off on you to the point where it's You played in my face, so I'm gonna take your life.
Hmm. Just like it was some couple that I was hearing that's been trending on TikTok. I don't know if it's new or if it's old. She on live talking about their situation or whatever, and
Oh
they, I
yeah,
guess, I
and
guess they
he,
was, yeah, and I guess he shot him and killed himself. It's like, let's not get to that point, ladies and gentlemen, to where we
yeah,
just toxic back and forth. We know it's just ugly and harmful. Like, please walk away. Like, please just walk away when it gets to those levels of anger and you feeling like this or you feeling a certain kind of way. Just walk away.
yeah,
It's a whole lot of motherfuckers in the world that you could deal with
yeah.
to not
Why
have to
deal with
go through that.
somebody?
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Like, I don't want to have to deal with someone who wants to take me out of pocket like that.
Right.
If if everything that happens between us has to turn into a screaming match and all of that type of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
I'm not. I don't want to. You find somebody else.
And like
Cause
you said earlier, sorry, go ahead. Is that you heard me the first time or you heard me the second time? Why I gotta keep repeating myself with things that I'm saying that I don't like or that's hurtful to me? Or the way
hmm
I make you, the way you making me feel. So at the end of the day, it's like once you've already communicated that, and that person just keeps disregarding that shit, like nah. Mm-mm.
right. It's over and done with at that point, but
Mm-mm.
all right, y'all. We gonna go and wrap this good old thing up. Okay, tell the
Yes,
people where they can find you.
you can find me. Um, actually, on all platforms, Simply K Simone or Simply K Simone TV, as well as Simply Spicy Spice for my seasoning blend business. We have a 20% off sale, no promo code needed at simplyspicyspice.com. Yes. And here every Thursdays with this beautiful woman here, 7 p.m. Central.
All right, y'all. If I'm on the platform, you can find me as Irene the Passion Queen. Uh, Make sure y'all check out the Queendom, my website, the Queendom, TheQueendom.com. Use June 20 for 20% off whatever you purchase on the website as of right now. Um, and also make sure to check me out every other Tuesday on the Queendom here on YouTube, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, where we talk about like love, sex, and everything in between. And then also here with this lovely, lovely lady every Thursday night, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. Um, uh, TBA on next week, I can figure out something about this work trip that I'm on. I got to
Okay.
double check the schedule. So TBA people on next week. Uh, but yeah, outside of this, you can find us outside. Somewhere, right. Thank y'all for coming to our TikTok. Well, this ain't TikTok. Y'all know. All right. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.